Yes, in the last class we discussed about the few things about the interior of the earth, that is the direct sources, indirect sources, and we discussed a little bit about the earthquake and the earthquake waves. Let me start about earthquakes. Yeah. So if you ask me the earthquakes, types of earthquakes, we're going to discuss, and measure, how to measure the earthquake. So in our TV usage, we often heard about the news of the Richter scale, something like that. It was noted on the Richter scale something 7.8 and 8.7, something like that. So we'll discuss that one also, what is this Richter scale and what are the measurements. And the waves, we also discussed about the waves. There are two types, the earthquake waves. One is the body waves, another one is surface waves. Again, the body waves are differentiated into P waves and S waves. P waves are the first to arrive to the surface, and S waves, with some lag, they will also arrive. Okay, surface waves are the most destructive waves, and P waves most like sound waves, like this, the density difference, whereas the S waves most like perpendicular to each other, just like this, and they form a crust and trough. Okay, P waves travels in solid, gas, liquids, but S waves only travels in solids. Thereby, it is most helpful for the scientist to capture the data inside the earth surface. Okay. So, this all we discussed in the last class. Now let us discuss about the shadow waves, emergence of shadow waves. Emergence of shadow waves. What is shadow? Shadow means invisible. The same concept applicable over here. So shadow zones are the zones where the waves are not reported. Okay, where the waves are not reported or waves are not appear. The study of different events reveals that for each earthquake there exists an altogether different shadow zone. Okay, it is very important, these 2 points. It is observed that seismographs located at any distance within 105 degrees from the epicenter. Epicenter means from here. Epicenter recorded the arrival of both P and S waves. Let us take a protractor. 0 degrees. Let us take from, start from 0 degrees, and it is 90 and it is 180. So let a 105 means somewhere like this. Within this, let us take this as the epicenter. Okay, this is epicenter. Within the 105 degrees from the epicenter, there is the appearance of both P and S, both the waves. But beyond 145, let us take this as 145. Beyond 140 from the epicenter, record of the only P waves, for not S waves. Okay. So the zone between this 105, the zone between this 105, the zone between this 105, this zone, the zone between the 105 and the 105, this is called the zone of shadows or emergence of shadow zone. Okay, that means there is a disappearance of both the waves in this zone from the 105 to 145. Within the 145, appearance of the both the waves, you can see that. After 145, only P waves, you can see that. But between 0 to 145, there is no appearance of both P and S. Okay. This is called shadow zone. Okay. So the shadow zone of P waves appears as a band around the Earth between 105 and 145 away from the epicenter. Okay. Now, types of the earthquake. What are the types of earthquake? We'll discuss it. So first one, tectonic earthquake. What is tectonic earthquake? It is nothing but sliding of rocks one on another one, like this. I told you, it is a transform boundary. Because of the transform boundary, earthquakes happen. Okay. So they are the most common ones and generated due to sliding of the rocks. Remember that. Volcanic earthquakes. Earthquakes happen because of the volcanic eruptions also. So these are the special class of tectonic earthquakes. Okay. And the collapse of earthquake. The roof of underground mines. When we do the mines digging, there is a much probability for the earthquake because we are disturbing the natural things. We are disturbing the natural order which has happened in the earth. So that's why it is that's why the mine digging place is also very dangerous for the to live. Now, explosion earthquake. It's like also a ground shaking occurred due to the explosion of chemical or any nuclear devices. Reservoir induced earthquake. Wherever the reservoirs are there, where you can observe the small type of earthquakes. Now, let's come to the measuring of earthquake. Measuring of earthquake is basically two types. One is Richter scale method. So, Richter scale and the Mercalli method. Richter scale method, measuring is done in two ways. One is Richter scale method, another one is Mercalli method. Okay. Richter scale primarily measures the magnitude. That means how much energy it is released. Because of the energy only the earthquake happened, no? So it will tell us about how much energy released during the earthquake. So it is in between 0 to 10. Whereas the Mercalli scale, it tells about the intensity of the earthquake. Remember, it tells about the intensity of the earthquake. It is called intensity scale. What is intensity? Then how much damage it happened. It tells about how much energy it is released. It tells about how much damage it happened. So it is measured from the scale like 1 to 12. So where the Richter scale measured from 0 to 10, Mercalli scale measured from 1 to 12. What are the effects of earthquake waves? Generally, we can say that there is a ground shaking and ground lurching, structural collapses, differential ground settlements, avalanches like ground displacements, land and mudslides, flood from dam and leaf failures, fires happen, soil liquefaction, falling objects, tsunami. These are all the effects of the earthquake. Okay. Whatever you are seeing in the first 6, these are all the differences of landforms. Like what are the difference forming in the landforms while appearing of the earthquake? While other may be considered effect causing because of the properties of the people region, the region. Okay. Next, structure of the earth. Structure of the earth we'll discuss in the coming class. Thank you for watching. Please watch and support.